Hello, and welcome to Popcorn News. Something to watch while you eat popcorn. The lone nuts have been activated. Repeat. The lone nuts have been activated. This began in Kalamazoo with the Uber driver who went on a periodic rampage and alternately calmly drove around and picked up fares and then went on a rampage back and forth. A report by Jeff Karub of Associated Press, which I have as dated today, March 15th, 2016, has it that Jason Dalton told investigators he was being controlled by the ride-hailing Uber app through his cell phone during the Kalamazoo shooting spree of February 20th, 2016. An icon on the Uber app that is normally red, quote, had changed to black, unquote, signaling Dalton to activate his MK Ultra compartment. The lone nuts have been activated. When police asked what was going through his mind, Dalton told investigators that if we only knew, it would blow our mind. When he opened the Uber app, he explained, a devil head popped up on his screen, and when he pressed the button on the app, that is when all the problems started. Dalton said the devil figure would give you an assignment, and it would literally take over your whole body. One man who received a ride from Dalton told police Dalton had difficulty connecting to the Uber site. That would have been when the mind controllers came in and captured the app. In other words, the Uber app was remotely intercepted by the mind control programmers. 3 witnesses described Dalton as friendly and never appeared agitated at all during their encounter. That was because he was in the friendly compartment. But then when the Uber app went to black and the devil had appeared, that put Dalton into another compartment in his MK Ultra mind control programming. What about Kyle Odom, the disappearing Kyle Odom? Now you hear about him, and then now you don't. He's sealed up tighter than a drum. Kyle Odom wrote what I call the Kyle Odom Manifesto, available online. In the question and answer section of the Odom Manifesto, one of the questions is, why would the aliens, and he means Martians when he says aliens, why would the aliens hide in a church? Answer, same reason terrorists hide in mosques. It is a way to disguise yourself. Pastor Tim Remington, good or bad? We do not know. He was the one that was allegedly shot by Odom, and is now making what even the mainstream news is calling a miraculous recovery. And God bless him, and let's hope he gets well. But Pastor Tim Remington, good or bad, we do not know. But if Pastor Remington was allied with the, quote, Martians, a church would be the perfect place to hide. In the past, government-sponsored mind control experiments have hidden behind and within churches. For example, the Jonestown mind control, the Heaven's Gate mind control, and possibly the Branch Davidian mind control operation. This last was alleged by Paul Wiltshire, an attorney, in a letter to then Attorney General Janet Reno. And to call it a letter does not do it justice. This is the letter. And it's a lot of pages. It's how many pages? A lot, okay? I mean, this is more than just a letter. From 1993 about Wiltshire trying to tell the new Attorney General Janet Reno about a deeper situation than it would appear. Vital new information concerning the conflagration at David Koresh's Branch Davidian compound is being kept from you, Wiltshire wrote. That what happened was not a mass suicide, but rather a mass murder. You are heading, Janet Reno, totally in the wrong direction, because Bush administration holdovers in the Justice Department, along with others tied to the CIA, are preventing you from ever learning the truth about what actually happened in Waco. The lives of key participants, other witnesses, and even myself, Paul Wiltshire, are now in grave danger as a result of my passing this information on to you. And Wiltshire was later in 1993 found dead. If you let this information fall into the hands of the wrong persons, some or all of those who know the truth about Waco and are now prepared to come forward and testify could well be, quote, silenced, i.e. murdered. But even more important, my purpose here is to demonstrate how the Waco tragedy fits into a much bigger and far uglier picture. Indeed, although you may not realize it, you are still surrounded in the Justice Department, the FBI, the BATF, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, and elsewhere throughout the government by Reagan-Bush holdovers, many of whom are determined that you will never learn about the core issues. And the core issues is government-sponsored mind control. Highly sensitive information I have received concerning what actually happened in Waco on April 19, 1993, that cult leader David Koresh had an extensive CIA background, that he was known in CIA circles as a, quote, sleeper, someone who had been subjected to extensive CIA mind control training and programming, that it was not just a mere coincidence that all these events were occurring in or near Waco, Texas, since Waco is a major center for such CIA mind control experimentation, that similar CIA-sponsored, quote, cults are located across the country, including in such places as Salt Lake City, Utah, Provo, Utah, Logan, Utah, Boise, Idaho, and San Francisco, and that any one or all of these other cults can likewise explode onto the front pages of the press at any time the CIA deems appropriate. Well, that's enough for now. But remember, the lone nuts have been activated. Thank you for watching Popcorn News.